Have you been told walking is the best exercise after 60? Walking helps, but doctors and physical therapists often notice something surprising. If you rely on walking alone, you may still miss the real reason your legs feel weaker, your balance feels off, and everyday movements seem harder than they used to be. Maybe getting out of a chair takes more effort now. Maybe stairs leave your legs tired faster. Or maybe you hold the railing a little tighter because your balance does not feel as steady. These changes usually happen slowly. So many people think they are just part of aging. But research suggests the problem is not always your age. Often, certain muscles are not getting enough challenge even if you walk every day. And later you'll see why one simple 5-minute workout may do something walking alone often cannot. First, think about what this really means for you. One of the biggest fears after 60 is losing independence. It is wondering if one day you will need help standing up, carrying groceries, or getting dressed. It is avoiding stairs, skipping outings, or missing time with family because you feel too tired or unsteady. That fear is very real. Doctors often hear people say, "I just don't feel as strong anymore." What is frustrating is that many seniors try to fix this by walking more. They walk longer. They walk faster. They push harder. Yet standing from a chair is still difficult. Their legs still feel shaky. Their balance still feels uncertain. If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. Walking mainly moves your body forward. It helps your heart and lungs, but it does not always challenge the muscles that control stability, power, and safe movement in daily life. Think about what you do every day. Standing up, sitting down, turning around, stepping over a curb, getting into the car, picking something up from the floor. These movements need strong hips, glutes, core muscles, and good coordination. When those systems weaken, walking alone may not be enough to rebuild them. Another hidden problem is sitting too much. Even if you walk in the morning, you may spend the rest of the day sitting for meals, TV, reading, driving, or using the computer. Research suggests that too much sitting can reduce muscle activity, especially in the hips and legs. Those muscles begin to work less efficiently. They lose strength. They tire faster. Then even simple tasks start to feel harder. Many people blame themselves. They think they are getting lazy, or that they are just getting old. But doctors often see something different. They see muscles that have not been challenged in the right way. That matters because muscles can still respond well to the right kind of activity, even later in life. Now think about this. Have you noticed your walking getting slower? Are your steps shorter? Do you hesitate before stepping off a curb? Do you reach for something to hold on to when standing? These are often signs that your body is trying to protect itself. When muscles weaken, your brain becomes more cautious. Your movements get smaller, slower, and less confident. But that can create another problem. Moving less makes muscles weaker. Weaker muscles make you move less. And before long, many seniors start avoiding things they used to enjoy. Not because they want to, because they no longer feel confident. That loss of confidence affects daily life. Some stop going to events. Some avoid shopping. Some skip walks with friends or family. The physical problem slowly becomes an emotional one. That is why mobility specialists focus not only on strength but also on confidence. Because confidence helps you stay active, and staying active helps protect independence. Let me tell you about Robert, a 72-year-old retiree. Robert walked every morning and thought he was doing everything right. But one day, when he stood up from the couch, his legs felt weak. A few weeks later, he nearly lost his balance on his porch. That scared him. He kept walking, but he became more cautious. He took shorter walks, avoided uneven sidewalks, skipped neighborhood gatherings. His world slowly got smaller. When he finally saw a physical therapist, he learned something important. Walking had helped his heart, but it was not fully strengthening the muscles needed for standing power, balance, and stability. That changed how he thought about exercise. Later, you'll see the short routine that helped him rebuild confidence without spending hours working out. And surprisingly, it only took 5 minutes. But before we get to that, there is one more mistake many older adults make without realizing it. Physical therapists notice it all the time. Many people think soreness is the only sign that muscles are getting weaker. That is not true. Weakness can show up as slower movement, trouble carrying laundry, feeling unsteady while turning, needing your hands to stand up, or getting tired from tasks that used to feel easy. These warning signs can appear long before serious mobility problems begin. The sooner you notice them, the sooner you can support the muscles that matter most, and that is exactly where the doctor-approved 5-minute workout comes in. But before we reveal those 5 minutes, there is one more surprising reason walking alone sometimes falls short. Understanding that reason may change the way you think about staying strong after 60. The reason surprises many people. It is not that walking is bad. It is that after 60, your body changes in ways walking alone cannot always fix. As we age, we lose muscle mass. Doctors call this age-related muscle loss. It often affects the hips, thighs, and glutes first. The muscles you need to stand up, climb stairs, stay steady, and catch yourself if you trip. Most people do not notice it right away. They just adjust. They stand up slower. They take shorter steps. They avoid heavy bags. They stop kneeling in the garden. Slowly, weaker movement starts to feel normal. But you do not have to accept that. Research suggests older muscles can still get stronger when they are given the right kind of challenge. That is the good news. Before we get to the 5-minute workout, there are a few common mistakes that can stop progress, even when you are trying hard. The first mistake is thinking more walking always means better mobility. Walking is great for your heart, circulation, and mood. But if your hips, glutes, and core stay weak, everyday movements can still feel hard. It is like building a house on a weak foundation. The second mistake is avoiding movement because you are afraid of falling. That fear is understandable. One fall can shake your confidence. But staying indoors more often can make muscles weaker, which can make balance worse. Fear leads to less activity. Less activity leads to weakness. Weakness leads to more fear. The third mistake is thinking pain is the only reason movement gets harder. Often, stiffness, slower reaction time, and weak muscles work together. You may not feel severe pain. Your body may just not respond as quickly as it used to. That can make it harder to recover from a small stumble. And that is often how falls begin. Not because someone was careless, but because the muscles could not react fast enough. Health experts have observed that improving strength and movement quality can help older adults feel steadier in daily life. The goal is not to become an athlete. The goal is to make ordinary life easier. Standing from your chair, walking through the store, getting into the bathtub safely, playing with grandchildren. Those are the moments that matter. Let me share a quick story. Susan was 68 and walked every evening. She thought that was enough. But walking felt fine, while standing up from the sofa did not. Soon she was avoiding stairs, parking closer to stores, and skipping activities she used to enjoy. Her doctor asked, "What do you do besides walking?" Susan realized she had never trained the muscles walking often misses. She added a short routine focused on those muscles. Over time, standing became easier. Her confidence improved, and she stopped planning her life around what she feared she could no longer do. Doctors and therapists see this often. Small, consistent actions usually matter more than long workouts. There is another hidden factor many people miss. Muscles and balance work together. When one part gets weaker, the whole system struggles. Weak glutes can stress the knees. Weak core muscles can affect posture. Weak hips can shorten your stride and reduce confidence. Then even simple tasks start to feel tiring. Your body is working harder because it is less efficient. The good news is that the right exercises can help retrain these muscles. Not overnight, not with a miracle, but with simple movements done consistently. And that brings us back to the promise at the start. You do not need an hour at the gym. You do not need expensive equipment. You do not need to stop walking. You just need a short routine that targets the muscles walking often misses. In the next section, we will go through the 5 doctor-approved minutes step by step. Each movement has a purpose. Each one targets a weakness that often develops after 60, and together, they can help support better strength, balance, confidence, and independence in daily life. Now it is time to deliver the 5-minute workout. Remember, this routine is not meant to replace walking. Think of it as filling in the gaps that walking often leaves behind. Doctors and physical therapists frequently recommend exercises like these because they target the muscles that help you stand, climb, balance, and move with confidence. If you have pain, dizziness, or a medical condition that affects exercise, talk with your healthcare provider before starting a new routine. Now, let's begin. Minute 1. Sit to stand. If standing up from a chair has become harder than it used to be, this first movement is for you. Many older adults notice they need to push off with their hands. At first it seems like a small change, but emotionally it can be frustrating. You may begin avoiding low chairs at restaurants or worry about getting up when visiting friends. The hidden cause is often weakness in the glutes, thighs, and core muscles. These muscles are responsible for lifting your body every time you stand. When they weaken, everyday tasks require much more effort. If nothing changes, standing becomes harder. Climbing stairs feels more tiring and confidence slowly fades. The solution is simple. Sit near the front of a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor. Lean your body slightly forward. Stand up slowly. Then sit back down with control. Repeat this movement for 1 minute at a comfortable pace. Avoid rushing. Focus on smooth, controlled movement. Why does it work? Because it strengthens the exact muscles you use dozens of times every day. Over time, many people find standing from a chair, getting out of the car, and using the bathroom becomes easier and more comfortable. That means greater independence with the activities that matter most. Now let's move to the second minute. Minute 2. Standing heel raises. Have you noticed feeling unsteady while walking or standing in line? Perhaps you feel less confident on uneven sidewalks or while stepping onto a curb. That uncertainty can make you avoid places you once enjoyed. One hidden cause is weaker calf muscles and reduced ankle strength. These muscles play a major role in balance and stability. When they become weak, your body has a harder time making the tiny adjustments needed to keep you steady. If ignored, balance may continue to decline, increasing the likelihood of slips or stumbles. To strengthen these muscles, stand behind a sturdy chair or countertop. Hold on lightly if needed. Slowly rise onto your toes. Pause for a second, then lower your heels back down. Repeat for 1 minute using slow, controlled movements. This simple exercise improves lower leg strength, ankle stability, and balance. Many older adults notice they feel steadier while walking, climbing stairs, and standing for longer periods. Small improvements here can make a big difference in everyday confidence. Now comes the third and final minute. Many physical therapists consider this one especially important because it targets a muscle group walking often underuses. Minute 3. Standing side leg raises. Do you ever feel like you sway when walking, or struggle to stay balanced while putting on your shoes or stepping sideways? These symptoms often affect confidence long before a fall ever happens. The hidden cause is frequently weak hip muscles, especially the muscles on the outside of the hips. These muscles help keep your pelvis level and your body stable every time you take a step. When they become weak, your balance becomes less reliable. Your walking pattern changes. Your knees may even experience extra stress. If left unaddressed, everyday movement can become less efficient and more tiring. Stand beside a sturdy chair. Hold it lightly for support. Keeping your body upright, slowly lift one leg out to the side without leaning your upper body. Lower it with control. Repeat for about 30 seconds. Then switch legs for the remaining 30 seconds. Avoid swinging the leg. The goal is slow, controlled movement. This exercise strengthens the hip muscles responsible for side-to-side stability. As these muscles become stronger, many people find walking feels smoother, turning feels safer, and standing on one leg becomes less intimidating. Now you may be wondering something. 3 exercises only take about 3 minutes, so why call it a 5-minute workout? Because the final 2 minutes are just as important. Spend 1 minute walking slowly around your room while focusing on posture. Stand tall, look straight ahead. Take smooth, controlled steps. Allow your arms to swing naturally. This helps your brain connect the strength you've just built with the way you actually walk. For the final minute, practice slow, steady breathing while gently marching in place. Lift each knee only as high as feels comfortable. Keep your movements controlled. This final minute encourages coordination, improves circulation, and reinforces balance without placing excessive stress on your joints. Together, these 5 minutes create a complete routine. The sit to stand strengthens the muscles that help you rise. Heel raises improve ankle strength and stability. Side leg raises build stronger hips for better balance. Walking with good posture helps transfer that strength into everyday movement. Marching in place improves coordination and confidence. None of these exercises are complicated. They do not require expensive equipment. They do not demand perfect fitness. What they do require is consistency. Research suggests that performing simple strength and balance exercises regularly can help older adults maintain mobility and reduce the risk of losing independence over time. Remember Robert? These were the types of movements his physical therapist encouraged him to practice. Not because they were difficult, because they addressed the weaknesses walking alone had not fully challenged. Within weeks, he noticed standing felt easier. His steps became more confident. Most importantly, he stopped worrying about every curb, every staircase, and every chair. That confidence changed far more than his muscles. It changed how he lived each day. But there is one final discovery many healthy seniors make after adding these 5 minutes to their daily routine. It has nothing to do with stronger legs, and it may be the biggest reason they continue doing these exercises year after year. Type Continue Fibronos for Part 4. The biggest change many seniors notice is not stronger muscles. It is greater confidence. When you trust your body again, you begin saying yes to life. Yes to walking through the park. Yes to visiting friends. Yes to playing with your grandchildren. Yes to taking that family vacation you were unsure about. That confidence is hard to measure, but it may be one of the most valuable benefits of staying active. Doctors often say movement creates movement. The more safely you move, the more confident you become. The more confident you become, the more active you stay. And the more active you stay, the easier it becomes to maintain your strength, balance, and independence. That is the opposite of the cycle we talked about earlier. Instead of fear leading to less movement and weaker muscles, confidence leads to more movement and stronger muscles. That is a powerful shift. Of course, there will be days when you do not feel motivated. Everyone has those days. Maybe your knees feel stiff. Maybe you did not sleep well. Maybe you simply do not feel like exercising. On those days, remind yourself that this routine only takes 5 minutes. 5 minutes is easier to commit to than a long workout. And once you begin, you may feel better than expected. The goal is not perfection. The goal is consistency. Small efforts repeated every day often create bigger changes than one hard workout once a week. Let me tell you about Margaret. She was 75 and nervous every time she left her house. She worried about uneven sidewalks. She held on to shopping carts even when she did not need them. She avoided walking with her daughter because she feared slowing everyone down. Her physical therapist suggested something simple. Keep walking, but also spend 5 minutes each day strengthening the muscles that walking often misses. At first, Margaret was skeptical. 5 minutes did not seem like enough, but she stayed consistent. After several weeks, she noticed she was standing up more easily. She walked with longer, more confident steps. She no longer reached for furniture every time she crossed the room. The biggest change was not physical, it was emotional. She stopped thinking about what she might lose. Instead, she started thinking about everything she could still enjoy. That is the real purpose of this routine. Not building perfect muscles, not chasing impossible fitness goals, but helping you keep doing the things that give life meaning. Remember, walking is still one of the best activities for your heart, circulation, and overall health. This 5-minute routine is simply designed to complement it. Walking keeps you moving. Targeted strength exercises help you move better. When those two habits work together, everyday activities often become easier and more comfortable. As always, listen to your body. Move at a pace that feels safe. Use a sturdy chair or countertop for support whenever needed. If an exercise causes sharp pain, stop and speak with your healthcare provider or physical therapist before continuing. Progress does not happen overnight. Some people notice changes within a few weeks. Others take longer. That is perfectly normal. Your journey is unique. What matters most is that you keep showing up for yourself. Each sit to stand, each heel raise, each side leg raise, each step you take with better posture. Each minute you invest in your health is an investment in your future independence. Before we finish, I have one simple question. If someone you love could benefit from feeling stronger and more confident, would you share this information with them? Sometimes one small suggestion can change someone's daily life. And if you found this helpful, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who wants to stay active, independent, and confident after 60. We share practical, research-informed tips to help you move better, feel stronger, and enjoy everyday life for years to come. Remember, growing older does not automatically mean giving up your independence. Your body is adaptable. With the right movements practiced consistently, you can continue supporting your strength, balance, and confidence well into the years ahead. You do not have to choose between walking and strength exercises. The best approach is combining both. Keep walking, keep strengthening, keep believing that small improvements matter, because every confident step begins with a simple decision to keep moving. Small daily actions often lead to meaningful improvements over time.